Krishna Channakeshavarao, Assistant Professor of ECE Department, Vignans University. Now we are going to start the most modern and the revolutionary communication technology, which is our optical communications. And this subject we are going to learn in our final year first semester. Before starting this optical communications subject, so let us see the recent trends. Today, the internet has become the driving force in communications. Let us see some facts. Every day, we are sending around 12 million email messages in the very next minute, and 0.5 million voice messages in the very next minute, and 3.7 million people are logging in net, and around 100 million additional internet users are adding year by year. So how is it possible? Here, millions of internet users are becoming increasing. To serve all these number of users, a very larger amount of bandwidth is required. How is it possible? And also, just think how the millions of people across the globe, at any corner of the globe, they are connected to each other. How is it possible? So for these questions, the answer is the optical technology. To serve the increasing demand, optical communication technology gives the solution. And nowadays, we are using the internet facility to provide multiple number of services in various domains. If you see, in multi-service, business networking, voice and video services, and banking sector, and in medical sector, and in communication sector, and in high-speed data networks, and to transfer high-quality videos, we need larger amounts of bandwidth. And also nowadays we are speaking about 5G technology and beyond also. So this optical communication and the optical fiber cables, they are going to be one of the major technology to connect to the several IoT devices which are going to be the part of our 5G and beyond communication technologies. Day by day, the number of applications are being increased, and to serve all these growing applications, lot of bandwidth is required. So requirement of bandwidth is also increasing, and to get the higher bandwidth, and also to operate multiple number of operations, we are not ready to pay more. So we want to operate multiple number of applications within the affordable cost, right? So here, with the help of the optical communication within the affordable cost, we can operate multiple number of applications with available enormous bandwidth, which is in terms of terahertz. So here, by using optical communication, we can get the increased bit rates, and we can able to transfer the data very fastly. So let us see what is the optical communication. How the communication can be established between the transmitter and the receiver. How the information will be transferred over longer distances between the sender and receiver. So in this lectures, in the series of lectures, we are going to learn these technologies. We are going to learn all the fundamentals related to the optical communication. So here, in the optical communication, the major part is the channel, transmission medium, which is nothing but the optical fiber cable. In the previous semesters or in previous communication technologies, we have seen between the transmitter and receiver, the coaxial cable is the transmission medium. Or if it is the microwave technology, waveguide is the transmission medium. But whereas in optical communications, the transmission medium is the optical fiber cable. Fiber. What is the fiber? A tiny thread. A tiny thread which is made up of either glass or plastic. So here this a tiny optical fiber cable that carries the light information over longer distances. And this optical fiber cable can function as the cylindrical waveguide, and that waveguide will operate at optical frequencies which are in the terahertz range. So this optical fiber cable, it confines all the light energy, all the information within the small core medium. So you know very well, communication is nothing but transferring of information. Here optical communication means transferring of information in the form of light. Optical communication means transferring of information in the form of the light. How do you transfer this information in the form of light? That is with the help of the optical fiber cable. So this optical fiber cable transfers the information in the form of light by using the principle total internal reflection. And this optical communication serves the increasing demand for larger bandwidths, and it can able to transfer the data with higher data rates. Just assume gigabytes of the data can be downloaded within short span of time if you use optical technology. Let us have a look on electromagnetic spectrum. In the olden days, the number of communicators are very less. The number of users which are using telephones are less. So we need a lesser bandwidth. So low frequencies are used, and whose wavelengths are in meters range. Year by year, the number of communications are increased. So to serve the increased number of users, we need the larger bandwidths. So we need to increase the frequency. Why? Because here bandwidth is directly proportional to the frequency of the signal. So as the number of communicators are increasing, then we need to have more bandwidth, and to get the more bandwidth we have to go for the larger frequencies. So that's why year by year we are increasing the frequencies, and to serve the increasing number of users, here we are transferring to the new technology, which is optical technology. So in which we are using the high frequencies which are in the ranges of terahertz. So with the help of these high frequencies, we can get the larger bandwidths and we can able to transfer larger amounts of the data with higher data rates and with low attenuation losses. And in a fiber communication, we represent the bandwidth in terms of the wavelengths. In the previous communications, we might have represented the bandwidth in terms of frequencies, and in optical communications, it is the general practice to represent the bandwidth in terms of the wavelengths. Here, the optical communication operates within the wavelength range of 800 nanometer to 1700 nanometer. 800 nanometer to 1700 nanometer. If you convert that in terms of frequencies, those frequencies are in the range of terahertz. And you can see the spectrum. Here, this is the visible light frequency spectrum, and the light signal consists of infrared rays, visible light rays, ultraviolet rays, X-rays, gamma rays with different frequencies. For our optical communications, we are using the frequencies. We are using the optical signals which are in the wavelength range of 800 nanometer to 1700 nanometer. So if you put more focus on electromagnetic spectrum, the spectrum starts from low frequency, which is nothing but audio frequency. So Here you can see the audio frequency. What is the audio frequency range? That is 20 Hz to 20 kHz, and its wavelength is 100 kilometers. So here over the channel, you have to transmit a signal of wavelength 100 kilometer, and because of the increasing number of communicators, we have increased the frequencies. As we are increasing the frequency, the wavelength will be decreasing. So here you know very well what is the relation between frequency and wavelength. Here wavelength is equal to velocity by frequency. So this wavelength is inversely proportional to frequency. So whenever we are increasing these frequencies, the wavelength is decreasing. Means the size of the signal which is propagating in the communication medium, that is decreasing. So if the size of the signal is decreasing, if the length of the signal is decreasing, which is propagating in the medium, then we can able to accommodate more number of signals over the small channel. Within the given channel, more number of signals can be transmitted if the wavelength is less. And at different frequencies, different mediums we have used. For low frequencies we have used wide pairs, and for medium frequency, high frequency and very high frequencies we have used coaxial cables as the transmission medium, and at microwave frequencies we have used waveguides as the transmission medium. And these frequency ranges are useful for various applications. But in all these communications, whether the communication may be either the analog communication or digital communication or radar communication or satellite communication, so in all these communication technologies, the information is being transmitted in the form of the electrical signals. In the transmitter section, the physical information will be converted into electrical signal, and that electrical signal will be processed in the sense it will be modulated, encoded, amplified, and finally that electrical signal will be converted into electromagnetic signal with the help of the antenna, and that electromagnetic signal will be radiated over the channel if it is the wireless communication. And if it is the wired communication, that the output electrical signal of the transmitter section, that will be connected to the transmission medium, that may be either wide pair or coaxial cable and etc. But how our optical communication is different from all these different previous communication technologies? The difference is, in optical communications, the information will be transmitted in the form of the light signal over the transmission medium. So the transmission medium carries the information in the form of light, whereas the previous communication technologies, they carries the information which is in the form of the electrical signal. So this is the major difference between the previous communication technologies and the optical communication technology. So in this optical communication technology, we are using the frequencies which are in the range of terahertz. What do you mean by terahertz? Terahertz is nothing but 10 power 12 hertz. So here the optical frequency range, it is starting from 100 terahertz to 1000 terahertz. 100 terahertz to 1000 terahertz. Just think how much bandwidth is available if you use the optical frequencies. So that is 100 terahertz to 1000 terahertz. So here enormous number of customers can be served with the available larger bandwidth. And to carry this light information, what is the channel we are using? The channel we are using is the optical fibers. And these optical fiber cables are very thin hair kind of structures, and whose dimensions are in the range of micrometers. Why? How the micrometered channel can able to carry our information signals. How is it possible? Because at the higher frequencies, the wavelength of the signal became very small. The wavelength of the microwave signal is in the orders of micrometers or in nanometers. The wavelength of the signal maybe in micrometers or in nanometers. So to carry the information, to carry the signals of wavelength nanometer, we need a smaller sized transmission mediums only. So that's why we are using a very thin optical fiber cables. A single optical fiber cable which is in the order of micrometer can able to replace 1000 copper cables which are of diameter 10 centimeters. Let us consider a copper cable each with the diameter equal to 10 centimeters. If you take such kind of 1000 copper cables, these 1000 copper cables can be replaced by a single optical fiber cable which is in the dimensions of micrometer. So that is the beauty of this optical communication. So here the size of the communication system will be reduced enormously because we are using a very low sized channel.